Hello there, and welcome to the world of Pokemon. My name is Professor Jacob, and thank you so much for attending this lecture on Pokemon biology.
You're welcome, Professor.
Okay, well, please don't interrupt me while I'm trying to teach my class.
Don't interrupt him while he's trying to teach the class. It's very rude.
He said thank
It's
you.
very
I just
disrespectful.
wanted to say you're welcome. That's being polite.
I mean, everybody's interrupting me now. It's very difficult.
I'm sorry,
at
Professor.
Home.
He's being really rude. Please continue.
It's hard for the students at home to pay attention when there's all this over talking. So if you could,
how do you
assume?
Wait, what do you?
This way is you can just wait until I finish talking, and then you can say whatever.
I think you're assuming a lot, assuming
thing.
that they're listening at home. They could be in the car. They could be on the bus. They could be working out.
Corbin, if you remember correctly, home is where the heart is, and I believe you always have your heart with you. So
my heart is in this classroom.
Great. All right. Anyways, continuing on with my introduction, joining me here in the classroom today is Mr. Curtis. I'm not going to allow him to say hello because he already did quite rudely. And also joining me here in the classroom is our trainer in training, Corbin.
Hello.
No, you don't get to talk to anybody either. You were both very, very rude to me.
What?
I was trying to be polite. I just said you're welcome.
Yeah, and I was trying to stop him from, being rude.
I think we can all learn a little bit something about how to act in public today.
We're not in public. We're in a classroom.
A classroom is public.
This is a private property, okay?
No, it's not. It's owned by the city of Saffron.
Okay, well, that's privately owned by the city of Saffron.
That's the definition of not being private.
It's a private school.
It's
my
a
mom had to
government
pay.
entity.
My mom had to pay for me to be here, which means it's a private establishment. Okay.
Well, she had to pay for you to be in this class. This is like an extracurricular special class.
Okay. Well, I was told we had to pay for the whole school, but
Yeah, your Mr. Mime class is free.
yeah, the clown class with Mr. Mime is free.
Yeah, that Joker. Yeah, of course you get into that one for free. How's that going, by the way?
It's going great. I'm learning how to build prisms with my hands right now, although I don't have powers because I'm merely a human. It's still fun to kind of like pretend that when I watch this, do the thing where I'm moving around and stuff. It's really hard to mime on an audio platform because nobody at home can really see me, but you just have to trust that I'm boxing myself in right now.
You can show us some of your really good mime moves, and then me and Mr. Curtis will react to them in the way that it makes us feel.
Okay, watch this. All right, so here's the rope.
Ooh.
Oh no, you have Mr. Curtis. Oh jeez.
I got you. Oh, pull you out of your seat. Get out of your seat.
Wait, don't pull him out.
Get out of your seat. Now, all I do is wrap the rope around your neck.
Okay.
You interrupt the professor
so
again.
realistic.
You're gonna pay for it. How does it feel, huh? To be the squirrel now, huh?
Okay, all right. Everybody say, okay, release him.
I released him. I'm just, all fun and games. All fun and games.
Wow, I had fun. Mr. Curtis, were you having fun?
Oh God.
Mr. Curtis, have you also been taking Mr. Mime's miming class? Because that was very
No,
realistic.
I'm just really good.
Well, okay, don't answer for him. Allow him to speak.
I felt it enclose around me. Oh, I saw my life flash before my eyes there.
That's
right. I will make sure to talk to Professor Mr. Mime after class today and let him know how far along his student is coming. So great job,
Professor Mr. Mime. Yep.
Professor Mr. Yeah, he really. If you don't put that professor in front of his name, he gets very mad.
That's right. That's right.
Professor Mr. Mime. All right, guys, here in this classroom, in case you've forgotten, we talk about a Pokemon. We go over some Pokedex entries, and we really learn what it is about this Pokemon that makes it tick. It's biology, if you will. Does anybody know who we're going to be talking about today?
I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, this is our first Ghost-type Pokemon.
I don't know about that.
I think it is. I think it's our first Ghost type.
Sorry, with all these Alola variants, it's sometimes hard for me
Well,
to
no,
remember.
those don't count, but...
Okay, they do definitely count. They 100%
Listen,
count.
this is our first Cantonian Ghost-type Pokemon. Okay?
Oh, certainly that. It might be the first Ghost type entirely.
I think it's entirely. Check the record. Look at that. Look at the curriculum.
I literally am right now. Yeah, I don't see any other Ghost types in the Pokedex.
No Ghost types. First Ghost type. Very.
I was about to say you're forgetting Marowak, but again, we have not talked about Marowak yet.
We have not talked about Marowak yet.
I mean, these classes really all run together for me. It's so hard to remember.
Because it's just so fun.
For instance, do you guys remember that we talked about Primeape? I didn't until I just looked at the Pokedex just now.
Oh, I remember every lesson, Professor.
You've taken them like 7 times.
I remember when it came through the window. Remember the Primeape came through our window?
Oh, you remember it now that I said it. Now that I talked about it.
I spent 3 days picking the glass out of the floor.
Why did you... 3
You
days?
could have swept it. Why did you pick
or
it out?
vacuumed, or just have one of the Machokes do it.
Yeah.
Oh, that was... I didn't want to bother going down the hall to get the broom.
That's fair.
Yeah, I'd rather just stay in the class for 3 days. That's so much easier.
So sweet, Duskull, first ghost type today. Am I right?
No. Oh god, he was so close. He was so close. Mr. Curtis, do you have a guess?
I definitely think that it's a Eternatus that we're talking about today.
What the hell is that?
No, it's not. Okay, first of all, language, please, if you
Sorry.
will.
What is Eternatus?
Eternatus. It's like a Machoke, but it's all toes. It just
That
has
sounds
toes
awful.
all over its body.
Sounds awful. Just a giant
It's
toe.
Not Eternatus. I guess.
Oh, you mean Tornadus?
No. Not
Is that
Tornadus.
what you meant to say, Curtis?
No.
Okay.
I meant the
Yeah,
big,
Eternatus.
The big dragon ghost.
First of all, Eternatus isn't even a ghost type, Mr. Curtis.
Oh,
definitely looks like a ghost.
Eternatus. Why didn't you say
it's-
that?
It does look like a ghost. but
I
it's
heard.
not a
I didn't
ghost.
hear the E. I heard Turnitos, not Eternit.
Turnitos.
Oh, you're talking about the interdimensional Pokemon
If it's,
thing. Yeah.
if it's
yeah.
not Turnitos, then it must be Sableye.
Turnitos is not. Okay, that's not a Pokemon. I told you. I was right. It wasn't. He's just mispronounced something again. Shocker.
Sorry, I assumed that he said the right word. No, it's not Eternatus. It's not Sableye, but that is a ghost type. So good one. Good guess on that one, Mr. Curtis. We're actually learning about Gastly today.
Ooh.
Yes, Gastly, also known as the Gas Pokémon.
Nice.
That we will learn here in class today. Has anybody seen a Gastly lurking about? They're pretty interesting specimens. If I do say so
Yes,
myself.
usually after I eat some broccoli.
That's really funny, Mr. Curtis. That's
All right, if
very
we could
funny.
keep listen, guys, it's gonna be a long lesson. If we
Curtis,
could
I
keep-
am 10 years old and I didn't laugh at that joke. Okay,
If we
haha,
could
fart
keep-
funny.
just a request from me, your professor. If we could keep the fart jokes to a minimum, like I have to keep this class.
He hates
within
them.
a certain amount.
He
of
hates
time.
them. He hates them. He hates
And
fart
I
jokes.
listen. If there's one thing about me that you should know, it's that I hate fart jokes.
Write that down, Curtis.
Okay. Fart jokes are the one thing in this world that will never make me laugh.
Okay.
Of course.
Good to know.
But also, we don't have the time for that. We got a lot to talk about with this Pokemon. So Gastly. Has anybody seen a Gastly?
You know, when I
Maybe
used to go graveyard, hopping with my friends back
graveyard hopping, is that like going like bar hopping but at graveyards?
Yeah, you go to different graveyards around town and you just kind of hop around in them. You have to hop. It's part of the fun. But when I used to go graveyard hopping with my friends, I would see a pair of eyes sometimes behind a tombstone, and I didn't stick around. We got freaked out. I was like 6 at the time. I didn't stick around to see what it was. So yeah.
It very well could have been a Gastly. Gastlys have been known to hang around cemeteries or potentially even originate from cemeteries, depending on which Pokedex entries you're looking at.
Sure.
But yeah, actually, I do have one here today.
No way.
I do. Make sure are all the windows closed?
Yeah, they should be.
Yep.
Yeah,
And
should
none of
be
them are
close.
broken, right?
No.
Okay, because the thing about Gastly is that a strong gust will blow it away. So
Mr. Curtis,
yes, sir.
do not fart near this thing. It will blow
Oh,
away.
okay. No fart jokes. No fart
I wasn't
jokes.
making a joke. That was a command. Do not fart near this thing. It will blow away. It was an order, Mr. Curtis.
Right. I don't take orders from you. I take orders from the professor. If the professor says I can't fart, then I won't fart.
Okay, I have a Gastly here today. I mean, this shouldn't be a surprise. I do bring a Pokemon pretty much every single week. So
You didn't last week. I brought it.
Well, you kidnapped it.
No,
if I
wait, 2
remember.
weeks ago. Sorry.
That was
Excuse
2
me.
weeks. Yeah, come on, jeez.
Sorry.
Time flies. Time flies, really, when you're talking about Pokemon.
Time flies.
Okay, all right. Let's go ahead and take a look at this Gastly, and see what we can figure out from it.
Wow, I don't really see. Oh, there it is. It's kind of like
Yeah.
materializing a little bit. Oh,
So,
wow.
look at
Do you
thing.
notice the big giant eyes?
Yeah, okay.
You recognize them. They remind you.
Honestly, I probably would. Yeah, it reminds me. That's definitely what I saw when I was graveyard hopping with my friends.
Okay.
I wouldn't be able to see this thing if the lights weren't on. Like if they were dark, it's like I this thing would just be this white eyes.
Yeah,
Wow.
and why would you say that? What about it is so difficult to see?
Well, because it's like it's very dark purplish / almost black. It looks kind of like the central part of it's like this black orb, and then it has like it's mostly like gaseous, like dark purple, just kind of flowing off of it. And it doesn't really have like a uniform shape to it.
Yeah, that's the thing about Gastly is that it's pretty much all gas. It's 95% gas, and you may be wondering, well, what's the other 5%? Well,
what's the other 5%?
We'll get to that. We'll talk about that. That actually is a question that gets answered.
It's got cute little fangs, though.
The fangs are kind of cute.
They are
kind of
cute
too. Be careful though. If it licks you, it potentially may paralyze you. So
been there before. Not gonna do that again.
I don't know why. I don't know if it's like if it's has some kind of paralyzing agent, or if it just grosses you out so much that you're just like you can't move.
I feel like it's like a poison thing. It is a poison type, right?
It is a poison type, but yeah. Oh, and that other 5% is not its tongue. So
the tongue is also made up of gas?
I guess so. I guess it is.
Okay. I have a very important question.
Yes,
yes,
Corbin.
Yes.
Hey, Curtis, there's no question for you.
Yes.
There's no question for you. It's for the professor who knows this stuff.
Thank you. Go for it.
Professor, how in the world did you catch this thing? How does that work?
Well, you see.
I didn't ask you. I didn't ask you.
Mr. Curtis.
Not you. Not you.
I used a Pokeball, believe it or not.
How now? Can you do that? Can you catch this Pokemon with a Pokeball the way you can with others? I mean, it's not really like a solid thing. It's just
well, you kind of have to go up to it and then like open the Pokeball manually, and then it'll just suck it in.
Oh, okay. You think they would make a Pokeball specifically for that? You know.
Kind of like, or like maybe not so much Pokeball, but like a Poke Vacuum or something that kind of like sucks it up and then distributes it into a Pokeball.
Oh, nice. Yeah, there should be a job for that.
Yeah, like, I don't know, just Ghastly Busters. Maybe.
Gas Bustlers. Gas Busters.
Ghastly Bustleys.
Ghastly Bustlers.
I ain't afraid no Ghastly.
Rolls off the tongue. I love it. Ghastly Bustlers. Ghastly Busters.
So anything else you want to talk about with this Ghastly before I put it away?
I mean, that's honestly it. There's not a whole lot going on. What do you think, Mr. Curtis?
Okay. No, it's okay. You can just stay over there.
You don't like ghost types?
No, I just don't wanna any whiffs of what he's blowing around.
What do you mean?
Yeah, that thing will melt your brain a little bit. So.
What do you mean?
Yeah,
I think my nose is kind of stopped up today. I don't smell anything. What do you mean?
Well, that's actually probably for the best. I'm gonna go ahead and put Ghastly away into its Pokeball.
Bye, Ghastly. You beautiful, scary little cloud.
Yeah. Hey, that was a great Pokemon viewing session. We did not damage the classroom in any way. I don't think anybody got hurt. I'm really proud of us. I really hope we kind of continue this trend.
I think we will, honestly, for the foreseeable future.
I think we will too. In the future I got a few plans and I think it's gonna be great.
Cool. Yeah, I'm excited.
All right, let's talk about the Pokedex entries. Who's ready?
I'm ready. This is actually the whole Gastly line is actually one of my favorites, so I'm very interested to learn more about this thing.
Okay. Well, great. Well, you are in the right place at the right time, Corbin. So.
Hey, it's good to be here. I gotta tell you. It's good to be,
and
feels
you know
good.
what? You're home.
I'm home
because this is where your heart is.
Yep. Now let's bust some Gastlys. Let's talk about it.
Yes. Okay. Starting in the Kanto region. Almost invisible, this gaseous Pokemon cloaks the target and puts it to sleep without notice.
Almost invisible.
Almost invisible. Yes, we saw that. It's still, you can still kind of like, if you like squint at it, you can see it, kinda.
Yeah. Kind of like Christmas lights.
I'm sorry, what?
Kind of like Christmas lights. Like if you squint, you can see it better.
Oh, I guess so.
How small are your Christmas lights that you have to squint to see?
No, I know exactly what he's talking about. Like if you like kind of squint a little bit.
Well, it looks prettier. It's not necessarily you can see them better. It's like that little twinkle. You know what I mean? It's kind of cool.
Okay. I know what he's talking about, but also no, it's not like that at all.
Oh. Okay.
All right. The next one here says, said to appear in decrepit, deserted buildings. Ooh. It has no real shape as it appears to be made of gas.
Yeah, I mean, we could see that. It kind of just like, I mean, it was like, it was somewhat spherical, but like, it didn't really have like a, uniform thing,
Yeah, like as if it could probably take any shape that it wanted to.
Sure, yeah. It could. Oh, we can make. I wonder if there's like a Gastly. There should be a
There
class.
was one. Actually, I have it in the Pokeball right here.
I saw that. Now there should be a Gastly. Like, I wonder if there's like a Gastly class where you can like
Gastly Classly.
That's funny. Where you take your Gastly and you can make different shapes out of it. Kind of like smoke tricks. When people like smoke and they do like different smoke tricks, like they like make like a choo choo train or like. Like rings or something like that. I wonder if you could do it with a Gastly. That'd be kind of fun.
What shape would you want to make your Gastly into, Corbin?
You know what? I'd like to make it into 2 Gastlys.
I'd like to make... wow, 2 Gastlys for the price of 1. I would like to make it into like a donut shape. So anytime somebody tried to like hit it, it would just like... cool. Punch through it.
Well, I don't think physical attacks would work for a Gastly anyway.
Or
right?
like they try to shoot a beam at it, but it would just go right through it.
Wait, I have another question and it's very urgent.
Okay, go ahead.
Mr. Curtis.
No, you can't use the bathroom.
Mr. Curtis, this one is actually for you.
Oh, wow.
Today.
Professor, okay.
Mr. Curtis, how is your uncle supposed to breed this Gastly at your uncle's farm? How does that work? For those who may not remember, whenever we apparently are done with the Pokemon after every class, we bring it, or it's shipped, up region to Cerulean, to the farm where Curtis's uncle works, and he breeds the Pokemon for us.
They go to my uncle's farm up region.
Right, so how do you breed a Gastly?
Are you familiar with the giant blow-up balls that you can crawl inside and roll around in?
Yeah, I used to do that all the time.
Yeah. So they take my uncle's prime breeding Raticate, and they stick them in that ball, and then they just
that's not how they do it.
Pressurize, blow in a bunch of Gaslys.
That's absolutely
so that's full of just Gaslys.
You're
and
just
then they
making
just
all
around
of this
until
up.
a Pokemon egg pops out.
You know what that you know what you have from that? A dead Raticate is what you have.
No, and sometime
how to kill your Raticate in 10 easy steps.
You'll need 1 Raticate, 1 giant blow-up ball, and 20 Gastlys.
And then when it's all said and done, you just pop the bubble, and like 10 to 15 eggs appear. It's great.
And this is only after you bury the Raticate.
Professor, how factual was any of that?
No, it's none of it's factual. First
Sweet,
of all, this is all about egg groups, right? Pokemon have egg groups, and they can't breed outside their egg group. Gastly's egg
for
group.
My uncle's stud Raticate.
No.
What's his name again? Wasn't it
Yeah, Mr. Curtis. What was the Raticate's name?
Was it like Stewie or something?
Hey, Mr. Curtis, you remember? Hey, do you remember what Raticate's name was?
Yeah, I remember. I'm pretty sure it's Tony.
It's not Tony. I can't.
Yeah, what is
you
it
told
called?
us before, but I don't remember what it is. I think it's like
I'm
Bucky.
pretty sure it's Tony.
I think it's Bucky.
Or maybe it's Buddy. I don't know. I wonder how far off we are. Well, luckily
It's been a while
we
since
record
I've been
these
up
lessons. Okay, so again, it's all based on egg groups, Corbin, right? So Gastly is an amorphous egg group, and Raticate is a field egg group, so they can't breed. They cannot breed together.
Gotcha. Okay.
So you need something else than amorphous egg group. Let's see here. What else is in that egg group? Let's see. Muck, Coughing, Gulpin, Swalot, Duskull, a lot of ghost types. Solosis.
It's just confusing because all those are solid creatures, whereas like Gastly is not. So.
Well, okay, but the thing about Pokemon is that we don't know where the eggs come from. We know that egg groups have a part in it, but we don't know how they come from, where they come from. All we've seen is 2 Pokemon like interact, and then we'll like turn away, and then we'll come back, and then there'll just be an egg there. We don't know how it happens.
Right. I mean, it's true. That's true. We don't know. I figured that's what the answer would be, but I thought I'd ask anyway. Anyways, continue. We got a lot of interest.
But it does have to do with egg groups.
It does.
Okay. The next entry here
when
says...
it comes to Tony.
It's not Tony. It's not. It's like...
Tony.
It's not Tony. I'm telling you, it's not Tony.
Should we go check the records right now?
No, we could check the records later. I don't... We got to learn about Gastly. Come on.
Okay. Well, I mean, if you're that eager about it, then who am I to make you wait? This last entry in the Kanto region says, made of a thin gas-like substance that induces fainting if you get enshrouded in it. Will not appear if it is very windy. All right, this is gas-like substance, which kind of makes you think that it's not actually a gas. It's not actually gas, but it's something that's gas-esque.
Gas-esque, yeah. It sounds like a brand.
But I mean, like, a gas, like, how does one define gas? Is it like that something that takes the shape of the container that it's in, or can expand to fill any size? It doesn't have a set volume. Is that basically what a gas is?
Yeah, it can.
Because if so,
yeah, you can put it in like a jar or something.
Because if that's so, then Gastly technically is not a gas. Right?
I guess.
Because I mean, it kind of has, it has gas coming off of it, but it still has that kind of spherical shape,
giant tongue,
and a giant tongue. Although I guess Haunter is more known for a giant tongue than Gastly is.
Right, yeah. It hasn't fully developed into the big tongue boy.
Yeah, it hasn't gotten that big tongue yet. Maybe we'll learn more about the big tongue when we get to Haunter. All right, let's go ahead and move on to the next entries. These come from the Johto region. With its gas-like body, not gas-like.
Gas-like.
It can sneak into any place it desires. However, it can be blown away by wind.
So it could theoretically sneak into the girls' locker room.
I mean, I guess it could. It could also sneak into the boys' locker room.
That's true.
How does that make you feel, Corbin?
That's true. It can sneak into anywhere, really. I mean, it's nearly invisible.
At this point, I'll take love where I can find it, Mr. Curtis. You know.
All right, that's something that we'll have to discuss that after class. This is exactly why you're not getting a Gastly, Corbin.
What? Why?
because of things like this. When you say things like this, it reminds me how immature you are and how not ready.
Why? Because I want love?
Training. No, because you're talking about sneaking into the girls' locker room. What are you, 10?
Come on, Curtis. You look me in the eye. Tell me that you don't want to sneak into our locker room.
I only have one love. It's her, and her name is the Night Mother.
Oh, I thought you were talking about I thought you were talking about the professor.
And she tells me how to breed my Spinarak.
Wait, who's the Night Mother again? Just for listeners.
You mean students?
Is the queen of the Spinaraks. She's the one who coaches me on creating
This is a quick question, Mr. Curtis. Have you ever seen the Night Mother?
Oh, I don't have to see her to believe in her.
That wasn't the question. That was not the question. Have you ever seen the Night Mother?
Not like in
like could you describe
lighting.
her to me?
Yeah. She's just like a big spidery Spinarak torso with like a face of like a Nurse Joy on the
Oh God!
Now, is this what you think she looks like, or have you actually seen the Night Mother?
Well, I've seen her like in the dark, kind of like in Twilight. That's what she looks like.
I don't like any of this. I don't like any of this.
I've never seen her with the light on, but like she's the Night Mother. So
it's like the face of a Nurse Joy, but the mouth opens up like a couple of pincers.
You know what? I want to move on. I'm so sorry that I had you remind the other students about the Night Mother. Just wanted to catch anybody that was like a new student up to your shenanigans, but I think we should forget about it.
Okay, already forgotten. The next entry here says its thin body is made of gas. Now this one says it is made of gas, not gas-like substance. So I mean,
right?
Who knows? Who knows what it is? I don't. What am I, a professor? It can envelop an opponent of any size and cause suffocation.
Wait, hold on. So like by getting down into the throat, like it just fills you with gas?
It can envelop, I guess, as in like completely cover your like face, mouth, and body and that kind of thing. Right. And so I guess technically, if you think about it, it does go down your throat. And it like gets into your lungs.
Yeah, exactly. No, that makes sense. That makes perfect sense. It's terrifying to think about.
Windpipe. It's horrifying, especially with these next entries that we're gonna read here coming up.
Oh, yay.
All right, this next one says, it wraps its opponent in its gas-like body, slowly weakening its prey by poisoning it through the skin.
Through the skin?
Yes.
Not in the lungs.
So it poisons you through the skin?
so it can seep through the skin.
Fun. That'd be an awful way to die.
Well, I mean, maybe it gives you some kind of like psychedelic effect. Who knows?
Right.
Yeah.
All right. Let's move on to the Hoenn region. Gastly is largely composed of gaseous matter. When exposed to a strong wind, the gaseous body quickly dwindles away. Groups of this Pokemon cluster under the eaves of houses to escape the ravages of wind.
I mean,
so it's a pack. It's a pack Pokemon.
That must be pretty awful to think that like just a stiff wind could like blow you away.
Not what I expected. I thought there would be more, individual. But
yeah,
okay.
More solitary. I could definitely. I could understand that, but bros gotta stick together.
Yeah, Gastly's gotta stick with their homies.
Fight that wind together.
That's right.
All right. This next entry brings up an old friend that we talked about before. It says, a being that exists as a thin gas. It can topple an Indian elephant by enveloping the prey in 2 seconds.
Oh, there's that Indian elephant again.
Yeah.
We've talked about that before.
Now, I've never seen a Pokedex entry on an Indian elephant, and most Pokemon don't have, 2 words that make up their name.
Right.
So yeah, this Indian
elephant. What about Hoppip? What about Hoppip?
Well, that's still one word.
That's
Indian
one
elephant
word.
is literally the word Indian space elephant.
Oh, that makes sense. I didn't realize that.
Yeah. So
I thought it was a run-on.
I don't know what an Indian elephant is, but it seems like it's a pretty weak Pokemon, right? Like, I mean, it's getting toppled by Gastly's. One hit from a Raichu will take it out, no problem. I would not use an Indian elephant on my team.
Yeah, whatever it is, what region it's from, it doesn't sound like the best Pokemon to use.
It's kind of like everybody uses it as a punching bag. It seems.
Gosh.
So yeah, if you students, if you at home know what an Indian elephant is, maybe you're from a region that has these Pokemon, send us some info on it. I'm always interested in reading some Pokemon biology articles. So please send me whatever information you have on this Pokemon, Indian elephant. Like, what type is it? I'm assuming ground type, maybe.
Yeah, but what about an egg group?
It's got to be steel and ground for sure.
Yeah, steel and ground, huh?
Yeah.
I could see that. That's a good typing. It's a pretty good typing.
Yeah.
Egg group, I'm guessing field for the egg group makes sense to me. But yeah. So yeah, please send us information if you have it. All right, let's move on to the Sinnoh region. This Pokemon's body is 95% made up of gases, which are blown away by strong gusts of wind, which I guess leaves the 5%.
Yeah.
So the 95% of it gets blown away.
So it's just its tongue sitting there?
Mm-hmm.
Again, the 5% is not its tongue.
Okay. Wait, what did you say the 5% is again? Have we talked about
I haven't said it yet. We'll learn.
boy.
We'll get there.
We'll get there? Okay.
All right.
A Pokemon born from poison gases. It defeats even the largest foes by enveloping them in gas.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Know that? You know that?
The next one is born
Doesn't matter how big it is. The largest foes. Whale Lord, not a problem.
Not a problem.
Indian
Poison.
elephant, not a problem.
A small 10-year-old boy, easy.
Easy. Wouldn't even blink.
Yeah. So why did you bring that out in front of me? Why did you bring out a Gastly in front of me?
Oh, it's a well-trained Gastly. It's not gonna murder somebody unless I tell it to.
Oh, okay. All right.
Professor, only you could be that good of a trainer.
Well, me and any other Gastly trainer out there.
Right, he's not that special, Mr. Curtis. Come on.
I'm really. I mean, at least not in that aspect. Many other aspects, I am fairly special, but not.
Well, you're good at reading entries. I'll tell you that.
Oh, thank you. Speaking of which, this next entry says, "Born from gases, anyone would faint if engulfed by its gaseous body, which contains poison."
Anyone, everyone.
Anyone.
Anybody. Everywhere. All at once. They're gonna
all the time.
All the time. Every minute.
Everywhere, all the time, all at once.
Everywhere
Gastly.
of the time, you're dead. Gastly's gonna suffocate you.
Yep. That does it for the Sinnoh region. There's nothing new from the Unova region. Kalos region is the same. Classic. Let's move on to the Alola region. Should a strange light be seen flickering in an abandoned building, Gastly is lurking there.
Oh, what, trying to fix it? Are they electricians?
I mean, hey guys, how many Gastlys does it take to fix a light bulb? Whoa,
that was solid.
Yeah, so
I'm pretty sure there is a ghost Pokemon that is famous for flickering lights. Maybe a Litwick or a Lapent. You
just what is a Lapent?
A Lapent. You must Lapent.
Are you from Kalos?
It means lampant.
A Lapant?
See, you can never know. There's a 50% chance that what Mr. Curtis is saying is not even a real Pokemon. He's just saying stuff. A Lapent, okay.
Lapent.
And a Chandelure.
No, you know that's not how you say it.
What did you say?
A Chandelure.
Oh my
Chandelure.
Oh my god.
And Lapent.
Lampent. It's not like it's LA'Pent.
Stop trying to make things fancy, Mr. Curtis. They're not fancy, okay?
But he is right. He is right, though. I would associate, that the Litwick evolutionary line more with flickering lights. But Gastlys too, apparently. I don't know what it is.
Okay.
Maybe their gas is flammable to some degree, and the strange flickering is their gas engulfing and flames.
Or they're electricians. They're trying to fix the wiring. Bad wiring.
Maybe they are trying to fix the light. All right. The next entry says, although Gastly is barely visible, when it's near, a faint, sweet smell lingers.
Oh.
Yeah. So that faint, sweet smell may spell death for you. So.
Well, I didn't smell too much. Again, a little stopped up today, but I caught a little bit of something in there. I smell like roses and maybe decayed fingers or something. It was like a mixture of both.
Yeah, like that kind of sickly sweet kind of.
Yeah, it wasn't bad, but it was like something's off. Something smells dead.
Something's off, but I don't hate it.
I don't hate it. It smells like a dead body, but I don't hate it.
It smells like all right, the next entry here says, it is said that gas emanating from a graveyard was possessed by the grievances of the deceased and thus became a Pokemon.
So it's
and
not.
I assume that Pokemon is Gastly. It doesn't say what the Pokemon is, but I assume it's Gastly.
So Gastly is not like a deceased person or a deceased Pokemon.
No.
It's gas that gets inoculated by upset dead people.
Yeah, the grievances of the deceased, like parts of their soul, I suppose. Now the question is, what gas is emanating from a graveyard?
I mean, it's got like farts. I don't know.
I don't think it's not farts. I don't think it's farts. Let's keep the fart talk to a minimum. I mean, I assume dead bodies, as they're decomposing, will maybe release some kind of gas.
Well, I just thought that maybe when somebody dies, they obviously have no control over their bodily functions anymore. They're just letting stuff rip. But I suppose
that's when they die, not when they're buried. People have been dead for a while.
Well, look, I don't know how the process works. I'm 10, number one. And number two...
Well, let this be a lesson to you. It's not like when you die, you immediately teleport to a plot in the ground.
Look, could have fooled me. I thought that was how it worked. All right. Number two, I mean, it's like, yes. What if somebody is lactose intolerant and they die drinking a carton of milk? They could be leaking gas for weeks.
Man, what a way to go.
Jeez, what a way.
Something to think about.
That's how I want to go.
Something to think about.
Okay, let's move on to the next one. All right, this is where it tells you what that other 5% is, so make sure you're taking notes.
All right, buckled in.
Yes, please.
Poisonous gas comprises...
Shut up, Curtis. Good. Please, continue.
Wow. Poisonous gas comprises 95% of its body. It's said that the remaining 5% is made up of... I don't like how you were talking to Mr. Curtis. That was pretty rude. I'm the professor here.
Now you're just teasing me. Can you say what
I'm
the 5%
professor.
is?
Well, I need you to know.
I know.
The professor here.
I know who you are.
And so don't tell my assistant.
Thanks, professor.
Over here.
Fake tears. Fake.
I hate it when he does that, Professor.
It's very rude.
Right? You're fine.
Very rude. Remember, he grades your papers sometimes.
No, he doesn't. Okay, well, that's
sometimes.
Not fair. No, he has an agenda. He wants me to lose, and he wants him to do better.
Well, maybe don't give him that agenda.
I would never stoop so low as to treat you the way you treat me.
Oh, you've teased me plenty. Oh, boo-hoo with this crybaby mess.
Don't cry, Mr. Curtis.
This is all fake. This is performative for you.
Here, I brought you your favorite snack. two lime wedges covered in salt. Here you go.
Oh, Professor.
He loves those
Professor.
things. He just goes wild for him.
Oh, it's so good. Oh, thank you, Professor.
I don't understand why he likes. That's a lot of flavor.
I don't like that you're treating him like a pet. It just feels weird, you know?
It feels so much better now.
What? Do you not like it when somebody gives you your favorite little snack? What is it? Like salted cheese or something? I don't know. What do you like? What do kids like nowadays?
Salted cheese.
Poppin' tarts? I don't know. Popcorn? Popcorn covered in ketchup?
Yes,
what do kids like now?
Poplin tarts are my favorite.
Poplin tarts. Okay.
Oh, God. All right, let me read this entry. You guys keep getting me distracted. Poisonous gas comprises 95% of its body. It's said that the remaining 5% is made up of the souls of those who died from the gas.
Wait, whoa, what now?
Okay.
Who?
So what happens when it's like a newly born Gastly that it hasn't killed anyone?
Right, so how does that work? I was just going to ask that.
It's just 95% of the Gastly?
I don't know, maybe Gastlys aren't born. Maybe they're just here eternally.
Okay, so then how does it... So the gas just kills people near it without even it being a Gastly first?
Or unless the gas from graveyards that gets inoculated by grievances of dead peoples has to first kill somebody, and then after it's killed somebody, it catches enough grievances to then become a Gastly.
Okay, first of all... That was the first Gastly. Not all Gastlys come from gas emanating from a graveyard. That was just the first Gastly. Kind of like how the first the first Grimer was created from X-rays from the moon.
That's just
it's
fake
in writing.
News. I'm so
100%
sorry.
true.
No.
Grimers are come from moon beams. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise.
Okay. All right.
So like the first gas. Did I say Gastly before?
Yeah, I think so. The first Gastly was made up of dead bodies and gas.
Well, yeah, gas and the grievances of the deceased. But then, of course, it could, mate with other things in the same egg group and create baby Gastlys.
Okay.
Supposedly.
All right.
So, yeah, and then I guess, yeah, I don't know. Okay. It says poisonous gas comprises 95% of its body, and then it says it is said that the remaining 5% is made up of souls of those who died from the gas. So it's like rumors. It's not necessarily true.
Right, exactly.
Okay, all right. That helps me out more because the paradox was hurting me.
Yeah, because by all means, it really doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on to the this one actually comes to us from the Hisui region. This is an ancient Pokedex entry.
Ooh, dust that off.
Yeah.
Let's see what it says.
Yeah, so we got some of these coming in now. It's very, very, very interesting stuff to see how people first started cataloging Pokemon. So let's see what this one says. Gaseous and completely impalpable. Impalpable means you can't touch it.
That meant taste, like palate.
No.
Okay.
No. I thought it meant the town.
No.
I thought it was completely
impalpable town. Impalpable
town.
Impalpable town.
So yeah, gaseous and completely impalpable. Also highly dangerous. Inhaling part of its poisonous body will cause one to faint instantly.
So did somebody test that out? Number one, and number two, if you inhale part of its body, does that part also come back out, or is it just inside the body forever? How does that work?
It's a part of you now.
Oh, that's terrifying.
No, it probably comes back out. Well, maybe or maybe not. Maybe it just goes through your body, like
What if you expelled it from,
How? What are you talking about?
Don't
say fart.
You farted.
It's not a fart joke.
You farted. You farted
out.
No. You fart out a Gastly.
Nope.
It makes you faint. You farted
loud.
out. I'm not making a joke. I'm being serious. Like, what if it goes into your body, it makes you faint, and then it just kind of comes back out of your butt?
It just kind of weasels its way out of your butt crack.
I mean, that digestive system.
Could it theoretically go back out of your mouth again? Sure, but where's the fun in that?
I mean, why stop at? I mean, there's so many orifices it could make its way through.
I mean, Hey.
Also, I'm pretty sure I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that there's no direct route from the lungs to the butt. So I don't know how it would get there.
You're not an anatomist.
I mean, I guess it could go back out of the lungs, up the throat,
Is that
and
what
then
they're
down
called?
the throat the other way.
It's an anatomist, right? Is that a word?
It's like whoops, I took a wrong turn and throat land, gotta head down to Stomachville.
Gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So that does it for the regional entries. There's nothing from the Galar region. Well, at least nothing new that we haven't read before. So let's move on to some unique Pokedex entries.
Woo!
All right. The first one comes to us from Ash's Pokedex. It says, Gastly, a ghost Pokemon. It is usually invisible. Its specialty is hypnosis.
Ooh. Fun.
I guess it can make you fall asleep. It's weird that it didn't mention that in any of the other Pokedex entries.
Yeah.
I feel like it should talk about its innate ability to make people fall asleep.
Yeah. I don't know why we wouldn't.
Seems like it'd be important, but
you would think, You would think.
This next one is also pretty important, and it also comes to us from Ash's Pokedex. It says, Gastly, the Gas Pokémon. Some researchers believe this Pokemon is a multi-dimensional being.
Who? Okay, so now...
Yes,
who says that?
Wait, so now we thought it was dead bodies, and now we're saying it's from a different dimension? What?
No. It's not dead bodies. It's gas from a graveyard inoculated by the grievances of dead people.
Oh, tomato. But now you're saying
it's
at least
5% of the people that's killed with
now
gases.
You're saying it's from a different dimension entirely. Is that what you're telling me?
Well, that it... whoa. Just because it's a multi-dimensional being doesn't mean it's from a different dimension. It just means that it can move between dimensions. So maybe it started off in this dimension and then gained the ability to move through dimensions.
Or it's just an echo of what it looks like in another dimension. So every time we see a Gastly, the fully formed Pokemon is in another mirror dimension.
It's just what our three-dimensional brains can comprehend. It's true 8-dimensional form.
It's multi-dimensional. It lives in several different dimensions and universes at the same time.
Now again, this is just some researchers that believe this.
Yeah.
And I feel like researchers should be in quotation marks. Some researchers.
They're children. Idiot.
Nobody that's part of the interregional...
You got it. Come on.
Society of Assistance to Professionalism.
Why do you laugh every time you say it?
Because it's like he has his own trouble remembering. Curtis, it's not that hard. You're talking about the IRSATP? I mean, come on.
All right. Yeah, exactly. IRSATP, whatever. Yeah, no, it's just so many good memories. It makes me...
What are you talking about?
I think
it makes me laugh every time I...
okay.
Because I have so many good memories.
All right. The next entry here comes to us from Dawn's Pokedex. Gastly, the Gas Pokemon. Although it can sneak in anywhere with its gaseous body, it can also be blown away by the wind.
Facts, we know that.
Kind of already knew that.
Okay.
And the last entry here, again, comes to us from Ash's Pokedex. I guess he just really clocked this one so many times. He sees Gastlys all over the place.
Yeah.
It says, Gastly, the Gas Pokemon. By enveloping larger opponents with gas, Gastly is able to defeat them.
Yeah, a lot of gas there in that entry.
Yeah, the gas Pokemon, gas enveloping. Yep. Lots of gas. I mean, this Pokemon's all about gas or gas-like substance.
Yeah, hence the name.
And that was the last entry. So do you guys, I don't normally do this, but do you guys feel like you understand?
I feel like I do.
Better?
I feel like I have
would say so.
I mean, I have obviously some confusion and questions. Is it made of...
I certainly have some questions.
Is it made of dead gas body, or is it a multi-dimensional thing?
Why can't it be both? Why can't it be both?
You know what? We don't know what happens after we die. Who knows?
It's multi-dimensional graveyard gas.
Easy for you to say.
In spirit juice.
I mean, honestly, we should really be studying this thing to figure out if it is multi-dimensional, because that would be honestly a breakthrough in many fields of science.
We need to round them up with the Gastly Busters, and we need to suck them up in vacuums and study them.
And put them into research tanks and just do research on them.
Yeah, just do whatever. Put them in balloons, maybe.
Put them in blow-up balls with Radicates and breed us some eggs.
Nope, that's not how that works.
Radicates.
Not how that works. You're making
Although we
it
do
up.
have a lot of Raticates around. Maybe
I've never met a Pokemon Tony couldn't get.
It's not Tony.
Just put it like that.
It's not Tony.
Man, if it is Tony, you're gonna be.
It's
so
not
embarrassed.
Tony.
Oh, it's definitely Tony.
Okay. All right. So that does it for the lesson aspect. Let's go to the part of the lesson that is my favorite part.
No,
it's
not
where
a quiz.
test
let's
to
go. It's time.
really see how much you've learned here today. How much information you've sucked up and squeezed into that little tiny brain of yours.
Yes.
I'm ready. My quiz taking pen is ready, Professor.
Well, no quiz today. Actually,
Yes!
I'm not going to do a quiz today. I know it's been a while since we've done a quiz.
Suck
We're
it,
not
Mr.
doing one
Curtis. You can suck it today.
Today, I think, Gastly is a very, just a beautiful Pokemon to look at with its different gaseous clouds moving in all different ways. So I want you guys to kind of use that as inspiration and write for me a poem. I would love to have a poem from you. I don't have a rubric for the poem.
So then it's an automatic 100. I love it.
Yeah, it's a participation thing. If you participate, you'll get a 100.
Oh,
for
yeah.
now.
Okay.
Just make sure you to kind of like standard. Make sure you include things that we learned from the class, and make sure you demonstrate that you do have an understanding of the different aspects.
This will be
of
fun.
Gastly.
Fun.
So,
Okay.
So please go ahead, take your time. Write a really good poem for me, and then we can talk about it. I'll have you recite them in front of the class. Is everybody? Jeez, wow! You wrote those so fast. It's almost like it's weird. It feels like you had them written before class started. Somehow.
Look, the words just flew out of me.
Wow, you guys are fast typers too.
Yeah.
All right, who would like to go first?
You know what? Let's mix it up. I'll go first this time.
Okay, that's great. Please,
right,
I'm going to sit down in a desk. Corbin, if you could come to the front of the classroom.
Professor, sit over here. Sit next to me.
I'm fine over here.
He kind of smells. I wouldn't advise sitting next to him. He kind of stinks. So you do you.
Professor.
Yeah, I need to be in the middle of the classroom
right.
here so I can take good notes and stuff.
All right, are we ready to listen to my poem?
Yes.
Okay. I call this one Gastly. There we go.
Wow.
The scary Pokemon of poison gas. One of my favorites in this class. So quiet and scary, not making a peep. I won't even notice when it puts me to sleep. Lurking around in an abandoned place, lacking a true form or shape or face. In the shadows is where it hides, a collection of souls from those who died. Something to fear, always relevant. It can tip over even an Indian elephant. The strongest winds may keep us apart, but you will always be within my heart.
Oh, wow. Oh. Wow, what a beautiful ending.
Beautiful, right? I miss my calling, I'm telling you.
I do have. So when you say in your heart, do you mean literally inside?
Heart? It's gonna consume me and kill me probably.
It's gone inside your mouth and has somehow infiltrated your heart.
Yes.
Also,
it's
a couple
gone from
things.
the direct line from your lungs right to your heart.
Yeah, and then out my butt.
No. I do want to mention one thing for sure. You did say that it doesn't have a face, and it does 100% have a face.
Well,
that's the one common factor that
it's
Gastly
more or
has,
less just eyes. But yeah.
And a mouth and fangs.
I'll give you that. That's whatever. Okay.
Well, thank you. So yeah, that's pretty good. Again, you're getting a 100 regardless.
Oh yeah.
Also, it's not really gonna tip over an Indian elephant. It's gonna suffocate it, which I guess will make it fall over. But it's not like it's gonna push it over or anything. Again, it's pretty much incorporeal. So it doesn't have any kind of physical form.
Oh, okay.
Of course.
But yeah, again, very, very good. Excellent ending.
Thank you.
I loved it. Now, please go ahead and move back to your seats.
Yep, you got it.
All right, and now, Curtis, if you could please go up to the front.
Of course. Please, let me just... hold on, let me get a quick...
Oh, God. Jeez. He's so obnoxious when he slurps.
All right. All right, Professor. I felt like...
I'm sorry,
really...
has the poem started yet? Is this part of the poem?
No.
Okay.
Just... I felt like I didn't really carry my weight last time, so I wrote not one, but I wrote a series of haikus.
Okay.
So I have three-lined haikus. Thank you very much.
If you could, yes, that is 3 lines does comprise a haiku. If you could, just in case students at home don't know, could you describe to us what a haiku is?
So it is a 3-line poem consisting of 5, 7, and 5 syllables on each line.
Very nice.
And they, yeah. So yeah.
Let's hear it.
No rhyming necessary.
None.
No rhyming necessary. Traditionally, they do have like seasonal themes to them. So like nature or like, seasons somewhat themed to them.
Yeah,
so.
yeah, seasonal themes like seasons.
Yeah, like summer, winter, fall, but like also nature and water and animals and shit like that. Okay, so anyway, all right.
Love the prologue.
First one here. Gastly. All right, is three haikus. No, Gastly.
I don't know when these have started.
When does it start?
All right.
Wait, is that all right a part of it?
No. All right, I'm gonna start in 3, 2, 1.
How many syllables was that laugh? 7, 8?
Yeah, he gets a little bit stage fright when he's in front of the class.
All right. Purple fart of gas.
I hate you. You get a 0. You
get
a 0.
0.
100% 0.
Hold on. All right. Here we go. All right. Reese's. Purple fart of gas dissolves in a summer wind. Invisible poof.
Yeah.
That was actually my nickname in high school.
Invisible poof.
All right, that was number 1. All right, here comes number 2. Composed of poison, engulfs like a blizzard snow. Guess I will perish.
Guess I will perish. Guess I'll just die.
Oh, guess I'll die. He couldn't say die, though, because then that wouldn't have been enough syllables.
Deserted buildings. Sneaks anywhere like foul air. Graveyards feel like home.
Very nice.
Thank you.
Very nice.
Was that it? Was that all of them?
That was it. Those all 3.
Short, sweet, and poetic, Curtis.
Yeah.
Very nice.
I hate that you started it off with a fart joke.
Yeah, that was a little crass, Mr. Curtis. That was real gross.
And I don't really have time right now to really go through it and make sure you hit all of the syllable counts correctly. So if any students at home want to take the time to go ahead and just count all of those syllables and just let us know if he messed any of them up. But yeah, excellent job, both of you. Again, I love Poem Day. I gotta do Poem Day more often. I gotta ask for more poems.
Okay.
Maybe next time I'll ask you to do a limerick for a Pokemon. But yes, excellent. That's gonna do it for today's lesson on Gastly. Does anybody know who we're gonna talk about next week?
Yeah, Honor.
Wow. I'm sorry. Do you have somewhere to be?
No, I never sat down. I'm sitting next to you, and I'm looking at your desk, and it says Haunter next week.
Okay. Well, wait, you never said you did. I saw you go sit back down at your desk.
Yeah, but my leg fell asleep, and I'm like, I gotta stand up again.
Okay, all right. Sorry, I guess I didn't notice you. Yes, we're learning about Haunter. Haunter is the evolved form of Gastly. Should be an excellent lesson, as this lesson was. For any students at home, if you want to contact me, you can do so by sending me a Gengar mail at wwopokemon@gmail.com. If you don't have a Gengar mail account, that's perfectly fine. You can also find us on the flying Pokemon-themed social network site, Twitter. I'm there at WWOPokemon as well. If you really enjoy this lesson and you want other students to find these lessons as well, go ahead and give us a rating on Flapple Podcast or Spotify.
Yeah.
We really, really appreciate it. It might convince the principal to give us more field trips if we have a lot of excellent
What's
reviews.
our new goal? 50? We want to do 50 ratings on Flapple?
No, certainly not 50. It's got to be higher than 50.
Oh, we got to do... Oh, for another field trip?
For another field trip.
Why don't we do 75?
75 for another field trip.
75 ratings on Flapple for another field trip. That's a lot.
Then I will give... Well, should we include the Spotify ratings as well?
Sure. Spotify-gon's got to get to 40.
Okay, and Flapple Podcast has to get to 75.
That's our goal.
That's the goal. That's the goal for another potential...
If you guys want more field trips, got a review.
All right. But that does it for today's lesson. So until next time, class is dismissed. Welcome to the World of Pokemon is a part of the Pokecasters Network.